Hello you guys, welcome back to another story time on this here channel. And today guys, why do I want to say I have a story time for my young life? I'm 23. I'm literally 23, but I don't know why I was like, we don't want to talk about recent events. Let's think. And I thought back to this high school slash college slash it comes for full circle more recently. This is story time where y'all just gonna have to wait and see and then let me know y'all thoughts at the end. Okay, let's get it. Okay, so once upon a time, I was in high school, obviously. Let me tell you some about Alicia in high school, okay? In high school, baby, every time life of a black girl growing up PWI. I went to school with the schools were predominantly white or Mexican people. I'm from Southern California, the burbs-ish middle class type area. Anyway, one thing about me, baby, when there was a new black transfer, I was on that like white on rice. No, literally when I look back at some of my crushes, I'm like literally ew. But I think I was just excited to see someone in my demographic, even if I look back now and I'm like, what was that? So I remember sophomore year, I feel like this guy might have been a character in a high school story time before. This guy transfers to my high school and he honestly found me before I found him. Like I remember yes, Alicia was a scholar. I was in like an AP history class or something. I love history. If you guys follow me, especially on TikTok, you guys know I'm that history dated back to white supremacy, dated back to all day. And she's been a mini Malcolm X since high school. So I remember I was in like an AP history class and it was like the first day of school. I was someone who actually enjoyed school as a kid. A lot of people are like, no, summer's ending first day, but I liked it. I just liked having a routine and to be social with my peers. Now I'm like so different, but I remember we could choose our seats first day. And I remember it was the last class of the day too. And this guy I've never seen before, I seen him like looking around, pacing, and then his eyes just like locked on me and he decided to sit. I don't remember if it was next to me or it was like behind or in front of me. And I'm like, okay. He was very noticeable because I feel like, especially with the people, I knew everybody who went to my school. Like, come on now. So we're going to call him Caden. You guys know first day of school, they give you guys like corny, talk to the person next and tell them this to get to know people. And I remember like Caden off the bat just seemed really energetic, bubbly, cool vibes. He was like, hi, I'm Caden. We were just chatting. He was like, yeah, I'm new here. I moved from Texas. I play football, yada, yada. Like, I just remember our banter and like, it was just like off the bat. I really liked his personality. I don't know why. Like I said, it seemed like he sought me out, like he thought I was a nice person to sit next to or whatever, which I'm glad I give those welcoming vibes. But anyway, so like I said about me and every new black transfer, why do I feel like some girls can relate to that? Not even if you were just like a black girl growing up PWI. Sometimes it's just like girls when you're in high school, you get it. Like the boys at your high school, ew, as soon as there's a new one, yeah. So I remember, like it was like I said, it was like an AP honors class. She was cool. She just let us keep our seats. So Caden was next to me and we're just talking every day. And I think Caden's really cool, but I also thought he was very handsome. Like I started developing a little crush on him. And honestly, the more I talked to him, it seemed like I was like, because we would start to talk like in passing or just like at lunch after school if we've seen each other. We never had like set like we're going to hang out with each other, but we talked a lot outside of class too. We used to have conversations on Snapchat, slide up on each other's stories and stuff like that. But I started developing a little crush on Caden, and I think I told you guys too. Yes, Ben Mini Malcolm X. I was involved in BSU in my high school, which is Black Student Union. That year I wasn't president because I was still young, but I was president my senior year. I told him he should come to BSU. Like he came to BSU a couple times and it seemed like I was like his only real friend outside of football. because he played football. Don't even get me started on his friend group, y'all. But anyway, yeah, like, I think Caden is cool people. Is that the name I gave him? Yeah, I think Caden's cool people. We hang out. We talk outside of school and stuff like that. And another thing about Alicia, high school Alicia, she was real bold. Like, now I be scared, like I don't look 10 times better than I do in high school, but it's still scary, you know, but I was bold. I literally would just be like, I like you, do you like me? And one day that's exactly what I did to Kaden. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, maybe I was feeling bold because it was like around homecoming time. Y'all know when people start, y'all know homecoming time starts to get all the people together. And that's one thing about me and Kaden. Around the time I literally asked him this, it was one of those things where I knew I wasn't delusional, or maybe I was, because high school Alicia, all teenage girls are delusional. I thought he was gonna like me back. I thought he was gonna like me back. It was one of those things where like people around school would be like, "Are you and Kaden talking? Is Kaden your boyfriend? You and Kaden are so cute." Like, people I know would literally tell me that. Or you guys know how football guys are like so obnoxious too. Like, the football guys would see me like talking to Kaden away and they'd all be like, "Ooh, ah." So I remember one day, I think, yeah, we're just having a conversation on Snapchat. Yes, 2017, prime Snapchat. I don't even have Snapchat, y'all. I haven't had Snapchat since I was 20 years old. We were just having a conversation. I think it was just about like dating or something like that. And I was like, honestly, like, I like you, like I have a crush on you. Like, do you feel the same? Like, I kind of brought it up. And y'all, you know they don't feel the same when that typing emoji pops up for I remember the thing was typing and typing. Like, I wasn't really scared because Kaden was honestly a really nice guy, but he was like, "Oh, like, Alicia, you're really cool. Like, you're my first real friend and stuff, and you're really pretty." But he's like, "I don't really see you like that. I just saw you as a friend." And I was literally just like, "Oh, okay." Y'all know when you gotta go tell your when you gotta go tell your homegirls the tea. Because in high school, you would hype it up in the little group chat with all your friends and tell them what you're about to do and come back with nothing. But honestly, I was just like, "Oh, okay." And yeah, and see, this is the bone I have to pick when people try to cut slack for young men and, oh, they were just being predatory or like bothering girls because they're just young and their brain's not developed yet and stuff. When Kaden told me like, "No, I don't see you that way. I just see you as a friend. Hope we can still be friends." Do you guys think I kept trying to flirt with him? Did I try to make a move on him? Did I? No. As soon as he said that, I was just like, damn. But I was like, okay, I still had class with him all year. He was probably still like basically my crush for like I said, it was homecoming time for probably like the whole school year. And that's solely just because like there was no one else. Like, y'all know in high school, like I didn't really date, didn't really go out like that. So he was still just like my little eye candy, my little crush. But like, he would literally tell me about like girls he had crushes on and stuff. We were literally still just friends. And throughout high school, we were still friends. We had each other on stuff. No, this honestly just popped in my head. But isn't it funny? One thing that I could say about older guys and younger guys though, is like why I feel like they always be acting so weird after they lost their opportunity. No, because I remember this year, it was his first year at the school. So he was on JV football. So, you know, JV players can obviously watch the big varsity games, so they're not on JV. But I was like, I remember after that, I was like, oh, okay, like he doesn't like me back again. So I'm like, I don't need to do any extra like stuff, right? Like I remember one time, me and my friends and him and his friends were hanging out watching the varsity game, like after he rejected me. And then I was with my friends and then I was like, okay, bye guys, bye Kaden. And literally I remember like when I turned to leave the stadium, he was like he had his hand out. He was like, I'm like, what? He's like, no hug? Get out! Nigga. Where's my hug at? Went double platinum in 2016, 2017 high school. What? This was my sophomore year. So yeah, this was 2017. But I literally just remember like hugging him, but again being like, nigga, you rejected me. What you need my hug for, little nigga? Like, this is what I'm saying. How people be like, oh, young boys don't know when they keep bothering girls that they don't like. It doesn't understand. As soon as someone rejected me, it was clear that even if I found him attractive, he was just my friend, and that's what it was going to be. So anyway, past this, throughout all of high school, we're friends, but we're not as close because I feel like the following years, we didn't like have classes together. I even remember he started dating this girl from another school. I used to see their posts on my timeline. I used to like all of them. Remember that. Because she's a character from another story too. This is a crossover from, I feel like, two of my old story times. Okay, I'm gonna put them here. So Caden was from one of my story times about almost getting kicked off the basketball team. Just go watch it. You'll see the small part he played. And then we're gonna call the girl that he started dating, we're gonna call her Giselle. I don't know why that popped in my head. Giselle is from, I don't even remember. I low-key don't remember which one this is from. But I'm gonna put it here because I'm gonna remember later. So like I said, Caden and Giselle start dating. I don't know Giselle. She's from another school. So I literally remember on my graduation day, yes, to everybody watching this, I'm still mad. I still want my lick back. I'm still upset. Yes, I was class of 2020. Like, my little brother is graduating this year, and it's not even at the school. It's at like a stadium. Yes, I'm mad. Give me that so I could take a picture. Yeah. But anyway, I literally remember it was graduation day, and this girl follows me, and she like likes my post, and I get a DM, and it's literally Giselle. Okay, like I said, I recognize her obviously because she's like dating Caden, but I don't know why she's all of a sudden. But anyways, I see the DM, I open it, super sweet. She's like, hi, Alicia. I know you're friends with Caden, and I'm Caden's girlfriend, and he told me that he knows that you're going to so-and-so college, and I am too, and I just wanted to like make friends and know, like, are you going to stay on campus? Are you going to do online? Blah, blah, blah. And it was really cool. And I was like, oh, hey, like, yeah, I'm so down to hang out and meet up on campus and all that. Yes, I'm going there. Yes, I'm going to stay there. Are you going to stay there too? Yeah, I remember we just had a conversation, and she was just like, cool, like, we'll keep in touch. And I was like, cool, right? Cool. I know what some of you guys are thinking. And this is going to come full circle at the end of the story time, right? I'm all for it, okay? Off the bat, me as an adult being like, a guy that I used to have a crush on that I told him I had a crush on put me on to be friends with his girlfriend. If I was dating a guy today and he did that and I found out, I'd be mad as hell. Because I understand if it's over, but like, I don't play. Like, I feel like that's just a weird predicament. Like, yeah, she used to really like me and but you guys should be friends. Like, you know, even when it comes to like adult standards, because back then we were teens and I feel like we were really innocent, which is why this flew over my head. What girls would be willing to do if they got the chance sometimes when they're like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm over here, I'm 17 years old. I was 17 when I graduated. I've never been in a relationship. I don't like Caden anymore. So I'm just like, oh, cool, fun, right? So fast forward to college. Me and Giselle don't end up being friends. We end up being super close friends. Like, my close friends in college was my roommate and her. Like, we lived on the same floor, but I don't know, our personalities, I just feel like meshed better. My roommate, she was more like social and bubbly than me. My roommate was more like reserved and sheltered. Like, I still got along with her, don't get me wrong. But yeah, so we're so cool. We're all friends. She's friends with my roommate. And yeah, we're just enjoying our first year of freedom. Like, this is the year when stuff is starting to open back up since COVID. Like, we're doing random trips to not like overnight, but like day trips. Like, she had like a car and stuff like that. Like, we're just rolling. Like, we become really good friends. And in the story time that she's in, it'll unfold how I told you. She actually was roommates with like her childhood best friend. they became not as close. So we really became like best friends. Like, but I remember one time when we were on one of these excursions, like our first couple months being in friends, we're like at this beach driving, like, y'all, we didn't have a care in the world. Like, that's a whole different story. Neither of us had jobs, but y'all know that college life, y'all just be doing stuff like taking long scenic routes just to whatever. So I remember one time we're driving, and I don't know if this is girlfriend's intuition or what, but she randomly, I think oh, and mind you, before this, me, her, and Kaden actually even hung out once, like all together. So everything was cool. But I remember this one day, she was like, you know, when Kaden told me like I should reach out to you and stuff because you're really cool and we're going to the same school, she was like, at first I was skeptical. And I was like, why were you skeptical? And she was like, he was just so adamant. Like, he seemed super excited about the idea. He was like, yeah, yes, Alicia's so cool. Like, Alicia's so cool. You guys will get along great. Yes. Like, text Alicia. This is her Instagram. Like, she said he was super energetic about it. And she was like, I don't know. When men be having that energy, I kind of just be like, did they used to talk or something? Because why are you that excited? So I'm like, see, this is what I'm saying, y'all. So this is where it comes to y'all opinions. Do you think it's my choice to be like, no, we never talked, but like I did used to have a crush on him, but he rejected me, and tell the whole story to a girl who's like my new friend? Or do you think that's the lure that the man should have gave her? Because I remember during that time, like, again, I'm way more outspoken and in my voice and in my boundaries, like, now that I've had different relationships and I'm like a real adult. Back then I was like 18. And I feel like low key, like if this was the predicament now and a girl even like DM'd me that and told me that her boyfriend put her on, like the first time we hung out or something, I would have just made sure she knew, like, yeah, girl, I don't care about him now. Like, we're genuinely just friends, but like, did you know I used to like him, or this part? Because I believe in, like, honestly, like I said, that's something that would have me like, if my boyfriend didn't tell me that about a girl. So when she said that, I was just excited to have a new friend. And in my head, I was like, well, no, like the answer is no. We never talked. We never thing. We never kissed. We never blah, blah. I was like, we were friends. I formed a crush on him. He rejected me. And then we were friends after. Because like I said, I respected the boundary. So like I said, those are two sides of like my grown-up perspective versus my kid perspective. So I was like, no, like we didn't used to talk. And she was like, oh, like, I don't know why that day, like, well, not even that day, but just in that conversation, she was just like, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it was kind of weird how excited he was, like, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, but no, we didn't used to talk. So keep that in mind. That's honestly, I feel like that's the only time she ever brought something like that up. But fast forward, me and Giselle's friendship outlives Kaden in the relationship. Because Kaden and Giselle end up breaking up. I know all the tea. Basically, it's just hard. Like, I feel like it was just one of those first teenage loves where it's just like, she wanted more from him emotionally, mentally, and he came from like a family that he didn't really seem like he was planning on breaking away from, and she had drama with this family, and I think it was just like stressful, and she was kind of outgrowing him. And again, I'm not a weird ass bitch. Like, again, literally, y'all, the thought that this boy was into a crush in high school was never even in my brain. I was just like, this girl's my friend. Like, I had a deeper friendship than her than I ever had with him. So yeah, when she would tell me that, like all my friends, unless a man cheats, is like outright disrespectful or abusive, I'm not the girl who's like, he was mean to you once, leave him. He didn't pay for this, leave him. Like, my friends know that. Like, Alicia is the person you can come and you could tell me when he had you a little up, and I can balance. I got Libra somewhere in my chart, I could balance. So I was very real with her. I was like, yeah, like, the family thing is stressful. Maybe you guys could work it out, or if you don't want to work it out, that's fine. Ultimately, she made the choice to end it with him. And when I tell you, this is the fastest I've ever seen a girl get over like a 2-year relationship, no shade.
That's too fast, mama.
Oh! It's not funny. It's not funny. Y'all, she started talking to a guy that she modeled with like 2 weeks later. But then again, I feel like why are we hating on women's rights and wrongs? Because I remember she also told me before she started talking to that guy, her friend reached out and said she saw him on Tinder like days after they broke up. So who's really? I don't know. But yeah, honestly, it seemed like a real mutual, like heartfelt breakup. Like she didn't hate him. She was still following him and stuff for some time. So I didn't feel the need to unfollow him or whatever. Of course I would if she wanted me to, because like I said, I'm for women. But anyway, she's talking to this dude. It doesn't work out. We're friends for, I don't know, some more months after that. And y'all, we fall out. We fall out. Cause she's weird. Cause she's weird. And I don't even want to tell you guys the tea because I want you guys to watch the other story. That's like all the details, but I guess I'll give you a synopsis. Think this, accountability. The first time you come to your friend like about a real problem you had with something they had or somewhere you moved and just be like, yeah, this made me feel like this. I just want to make sure you know how I feel. And like, what do you think? And y'all know how you know it's just not your real friend, because when it comes to having real conversations, real friends listen with open ears and accountability. She automatically got mad and was like, oh, I knew this would come. Like, I knew you would say something like this eventually. Like, you're so weird. Like, how does this blah, 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 blah. And like, I remember we just got in a whole argument, y'all. Like, I just remember the stuff she was saying, like, had me hot. Like, it was like a whole blowout and we weren't friends anymore. So fast forward, I don't know, 2 years later, I'm out of a relationship. Probably, yeah, it's a while later. And I remember I get a notification on like one of my social medias that someone spammed me. Y'all, why do I look at who spammed me? Why is it Caden?
Yeah, it's, yeah, I don't even know what to say because.
Wait. The man who rejected me in high school? The man who put me on with his girlfriend and hung out with me and his girlfriend. And then years later, you want to heart if you post? You want to spam and see what's going to happen? Nothing's going to happen. Even though I wasn't cool with Giselle anymore, I didn't do anything about that. Oh, because that's another thing, y'all. I was no longer following Caden at this point, because we all know I was in a relationship. And I remember one of those people where my partner was just like, so-and-so, something made them uncomfortable. Can you unfollow him? And I was like, yeah, because I don't care. Like, I literally did not speak to him after him and Giselle broke up. So yeah, we hadn't been following each other for like years. Then he randomly spams me. And I'm just like, okay. Anyway, so in the full circle of this story time, do you guys think that's weird to put your girlfriend on with the girl that used to like you? You know, like, do you think I should have said something? Because I'm like, literally, I felt so innocent and so beyond it. Because like I said, I was never in a relationship when all this started and stuff. But I was just like, I just seen a meme the other day where it's like, you can't spell men without disappointment. Because why, after all that, after I was like, oh no, he's just putting me on with a friend. And yeah, he said he didn't like me, so it's whatever. I was like, why would someone do that and then spam me later? So nigga, did you lie in high school? Was you thinking something different? Or did you just think about me years later? Like, boys are so weird. Like, again, I guess technically nothing's morally wrong with him spamming some likes after, like, when he's single and stuff, but what y'all think? Do y'all think that, do you guys think this all connects? I don't know. I don't miss those messy days. I don't. Yeah, life be real boring now, but at least I don't be dealing with those friendship breakups or weird chiz. Or yeah. So what do you guys think about the story time? This is random. Like I said, like in my podcast episodes, I love, telling you guys what I'm learning and like kind of being like my digital diary. But I was like, I'm tired of talking about stuff right now. Let's take it back a little bit. And this was one. So let me know. Actually, I have something that I normally don't do at the end for you guys, a little treat, if you will, because I normally do stuff like this on my Instagram. But what story time would you guys like next? Would you guys like a shitty Valentine's Day story time? Because I'm definitely going to tell it, but I'm contemplating if I should wait more till February or closer till Valentine's Day, or just tell it next, and obviously it'll be there. Or the situation of a work, you all know the term work wife, work husband, those people who be playing at work, or that story time. Let me know. So say Valentine's Day or say work wife or work husband in the comments down below. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for listening to another story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.